Hello, everyone. I wanted to share with you some parts of my book. I wrote the book Crashing into Grace and published this in 2021. I haven't really shared too much with you about this book in video format, and what I thought I would do is share some of the passages and just break them down a little bit more as I do with my coaching clients, because as I progress in my own spiritual journey, I have found that I really do have the ingredients of what it takes to live in awareness all noted in this book. And I wrote this book at a time in my life that was the most transformational. And sometimes when you go back and you read some of the things you wrote, you realize that not only is it your own, but it really does feel as though it is channeled material. So today I'm going to share with you a part of the introduction which discusses what is a spiritual awakening anyway. Before we proceed, let me define the term spiritual awakening to clarify what this quest for truth is all about. A spiritual awakening is not a goal or destination, somewhere to reach in the future, or a superhuman achievement. It is not a superior state of perfection reserved for the lucky or the privileged few. It is not an exclusive status. It does not require traveling to India or living in a cave or detaching yourself from the realities of this modern world. It is not transmitted to you by an ancient guru, nor can it be taken away or lost. You do not have to become part of a cult or club to attain it. Rather, it is a continuous invitation throughout every moment of your life to have faith and confidence in yourself exactly as you are, in all your magnificent imperfection. It is about feeling fully immersed in the moments, coming out of the screenplay of past events and future projections, the story of me, and showing up for life without any grasping or attachments. It's about embracing each new set of 24 hours and living fully through the pain and the joy, the bliss and the sorrow, the ecstasy and the overwhelm, the certainty and the doubt. It's a journey from fear to love, the unconscious to the conscious, and suffering to personal freedom. It is becoming the silent witness to life as it unfolds, knowing that you are never quite separate from the loving support of the collective. It is knowing that you are whole, never broken, never lost, despite the constantly changing tides of your life experience. While there is no map for this awakening process, no surefire way to navigate it without any detours, your newfound awareness at each stage will be your map. It will serve as your inner GPS and guide you through your intuition and wisdom. In this guidebook, I share 5 stages of awakening, and when you understand each stage and where you are on the journey, you can recognize the signposts along the way and the possible pitfalls to avoid. Please use the information to navigate the stages of awakening, but keep in mind that everyone's experience is different, and there is no right or wrong way to wake up. Life, like art, is all beautiful and perfect. And so as I reflect now on my spiritual awakening, which essentially began in 2013, in a moment when my mom crossed over and I saw her spirit, I saw and witnessed firsthand that we are not these physical bodies. And if you have ever been with someone as they were dying, you know that once their breath is not within them, once their spirit is not within them, you simply do not feel that connection to them. Their essence has left their body, and you're almost looking at just a deflated form. I can't even put it into words, but anyone that has sat with the dying, I sat with my mom and my dad, and it was probably about 5 minutes after they passed that I no longer needed to sit there with them. And for many, you may think, wouldn't you want to just stay in that room as long as possible to just hold on to them? And it absolutely makes sense that you would want to, but once you notice the essence is no longer with them, that it's somewhere else, then you don't feel that need or that attachment or that longing. And so that really described to me who we really are. We are spirit. I also noticed it when my Lexi, a toy poodle, Maltese, a Maltipoo dog of mine, died 2 years ago. And when she passed, I experienced a grief beyond almost all grief, which is really strange to say. And I think it was because this little dog was with me for, I think, 15 years. And she would sit on my lap and just almost experience everything I ever experienced with me, especially the most difficult moments. She was there. And she was there in such a beautiful way because she didn't even speak, as dogs can't. But because they can't speak, we feel their presence, their essence even more. We feel their unconditional love. We feel the embodiment of who they are, their soul, so strongly. And so when she passed, after both my mom and dad had passed, it was tremendous grief. It was the end of a chapter for me. It was a letting go of my support, my foundation that I didn't even know was, that all those years. I didn't know she stood for that. But that little dog held me through so many moments of my life. And so that's who we really are. When you reflect on the legacy of a person or the essence that they embody, that's who they are. They're not their physical appearance. They're not their thoughts. They're this beautiful, divine spark that's within all of us. And so as we move through our spiritual awakening, what it is it's a remembrance of this spark within us. And there's no path. Everyone's going to awaken or ascend in a different way. And that's why it's often called the hero's journey, or the journey that no one can really essentially take with anyone else. It's an inward journey. You must just look within and notice, as the witness, who am I really? Outside of this body, outside of this ego, outside of this personality, who is it that I am? And so today I leave you with that thought, because that is who you came here to be. And when we step into that, we hold a presence beyond anything tangible. But people will certainly feel you when they're around you. If you happen to be on stage, that will be what is experienced before you ever utter a word. Your charisma, your magnetism, the person you really are will be felt energetically by everyone in that room. It stands before you, and it becomes you, and it's what people remember you by. So I hope this has been helpful today. If you would like to join me on this journey of awakening, one of the things I do is I share a lot of the pieces of my book, and I break it down for you so that step by step you can travel that journey with me as a guide. And we just help you to embody your birthright, to be here in spirit, and to just shine as bright as you can, because that is what the world needs, that is what you need, and that is why you came here. So thank you for listening today. I welcome your thoughts if you have read my book or you have taken part in my classes or my coaching journey. I truly appreciate you, and I will be back again to share more. Namaste.